Good evening. Hello. Let me adjust my camera here. If you want to hear something funny, you really can't see myself too much except in a little tiny box there. So I was talking with some folks before we started, pressed a button, and my screen kind of went blank. But that's okay. This is Sahaj. Things are very spontaneous and they um, kind of make us figure it out on the fly here. That's something that, in my experience, Shrimataji did with us a lot. She would literally change things here. I just, quick story. I'm Jack Cleet, dialing in from my basement in Cincinnati, Ohio. Live here with my wife, Svetlana. She did one of these foot soaks earlier. And it's nice to have an area that you can call your meditation area. It doesn't have to be a room. It can be a corner, it can be a shelf, but it is consistent and you equate meditation with that particular area. It's a good thing to have. So, talking about um, dealing with things on the fly here, we true story, had Shrimataji come visit us in Cincinnati in 1992. And there were a few of us that lived together in an ashram, if you would. And so we had the collective over so that Shrimataji could travel there to greet everybody. It was fantastic because she talked with each one of us. The thing is that we set up her chair so that she had kind of like the best view in the house, which was looking at this very big picture window at the lawn and the trees. And it was just very scenic, right? And she came in, and right away she goes, no, no. She didn't wave her hand. She said, I want to sit here. And she had us move her chair there so that she could look at all of us who were sitting here facing her. Of course, it makes perfect sense. But we wanted to give her the best view. But for her, perhaps the best view was looking at us. But the point is that sometimes we plan and we think that we're going to do something, and then boom, it's like there's another plan, and you have to react. You have to think very quickly. If anybody here ever gets the privilege to go to Kanajahari, which is a piece of land that Shrimataji bought in New York. Um, it's great. Take the opportunity. This year, already finished. But in the future, I hope you do get to go. But just know, back around the turn of the millennium, when Shrimataji came, um, there, we literally created a city, a fully functional city out of nothing. It was amazing. I mean, we had to, I won't even tell you all the things that we rented, brought in, built, did all of these things. And then when she left, take it all apart and go back to the natural state there. And that was such a fascinating thing for me because, again, you couldn't plan for it. It had to happen. It was so magical in its own way. And that's when you have kind of like people who have right swadhisthans. That's this thumb right here. Okay. Right swadhisthana is the beginning of the right channel, and it catches when we think too much, when we plan too much. Basically, one of the things that makes it catch is this is the I channel here, right? The channel for the sun, the me, myself, and I. And so when this channel catches down there, it's because I have to do it all. And there is no room for God because I am the root of that whole channel there. It's called our ego. And so it's very interesting that when we think that we have to do so much, we block out the concept of the divine, the concept of God. And so one of the ways we can clear that out is by giving vibrations to it. So here I am kind of talking. It's all spontaneous, no script here. And, again, that right Swadhisthana, when we do things so like it has to be this way and only this way, and boom, 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 our whole lives. It's like everything is scripted out. Shrimataji in one of her talks has said that's when the divine comes in and changes things just to keep it interesting, just so it's not so monotonous, not so, because life is like that. If you think about just all kinds of things happen, it keeps us always spontaneous and awake and just reacting. And that's a really interesting thing. So, for those two little instances for Mataji, it's where she just had us like just moving at the last second to make everything happen. Very, very interesting. Treasured memories that I will always have. So that being said, again, Jack, hello. And this is our weekly foot soak. So we are going to do that here in just a second. I wanted to share something with people here. So we'll have a foot soak, but what I really want to encourage people to do, and I know I'm going to call them two types of people on this call. So one is dear friends that I know, hello, and the other is soon to be dear friends who I am probably just meeting for the first time. So hello to you too. If you're in that latter group, then maybe you haven't been doing Sahaj for a long time. And that is okay. Really, I'm inspired by your presence here. And one of the things that I want to share with you is something that might be helpful for you. I led a foot soak on Sunday night, and I mentioned this to people, and somebody told me afterwards that, oh, I never knew that, and I was looking for it. So if you're somewhat new and you don't have the chart memorized to know which number, which finger goes with which chakra, this is just a little thing that I did for myself early on because I couldn't remember things. So if you hold up your right hand or your left hand, hello, hold up your left hand, this is just a little pattern. So when you meditate, and if you feel something on your hands, it could be as simple as like that. Just click your finger. Wow, that was really light. That's something your subtle system is talking to you. It's not always going to be throbbing big thing like this. It could be a really light, just like that. Pay attention to it. I did, and it's made the difference in the world for me. Not only pay attention to it, but that means work on it. So when we meditate tonight, when we do our foot soak, when we meditate, if you feel something, clear it out within yourself here. And so this is what I hope somebody here is going to say, oh, I didn't know that. It's good. So this is your hand. This is your subtle system. These are all the chakras. Start at the bottom. This is the Muladhara chakra, the first one. Now we're going to go to the thumb, which is the second chakra. And from here out, you're just going to skip fingers. Skip fingers to the third chakra. Skip fingers to the fourth chakra. Go around, skip the thumb. That's the fifth chakra. Skip fingers. That's the sixth chakra. And right here in the middle is number 7. And then the void is all the way around it. So let's do it with this hand. Number 1, 2, skip fingers 3, skip fingers 4, go all the way around, skip fingers 5, skip fingers 6, 7, and the void. So that being said, we're going to start with a foot soak. So one more very short, true story, that foot soak. I was gone. I was overseas. I had a unique opportunity. I went to India for like a whole month, and I couldn't do foot soaks there, but I meditated a whole lot. And so here I came back, and I think this was part of being connected. When I did my very first foot soak, I went ahead and put my right foot into the water. The candle flame was like that, and it went down to nothing and then exploded and went back up. I was amazed. So then I put my left foot in the water and the same thing. The candle went like from this down to that. I mean, almost went out. I was like, ooh, there's a problem. And then it went back up again. I was like, wow, what a clearance that is. So if you're newer, pay attention to your flames on your candles. Sometimes you get a bad candle and it's like just going crazy anyway. That's because of the candle. But sometimes you have a good candle and it's really calm. And then all of a sudden something kind of dances with it. Pay attention to it. Little secret about yourself. So we're going to do our foot soak. Now I'm going to throw everybody a curve here. So if you notice, little gray hair on the beard. So I agreed to do tonight, was really looking forward to it, planned to do a foot soak with everybody. And then yesterday, I don't know what I did, but my back was a little too sensitive. And I really don't want to bend over, pick the water up, carry it, and do all of that. I can do it, but I don't want to risk it. So, and I told my wife this, and I'm like, well, I'm going to do a hand soak, right? And she said, oh, what a good idea, because her back had been bothering her. And, some of us are a little bit older, and if there's times when you just feel like you can't carry that water, well, then you can do the next best thing, which is little tub that I'm keeping very level so I don't have to bend over and put it on my lap. I put salt water in it. The water is going to cover up to my wrist. And I'm going to soak my hands as you guys soak your feet. So with that said, let us take a moment, raise our kundalini, put a bandhan on. And at your own pace, give the bandhan to the water to vibrate it. And we can go ahead and enter in. And I'm told that we know mantras, so we're going to say the mantra, one mantra only, for Sri Ganesha, who guides our innocence, keeps our bearing strong, the roots of our tree. So I'll say it. If you know it at home, you can say it too, or you can just, after that, put your attention on your Sahasrara and stay there until we finish our foot soak / hands. Om Twameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo. When you're ready, you can go ahead and wind down, rinse our feet and or our hands. Push everything to the side. And let's go right back into meditation. So I'm going to lead us through a very simple meditation, 3 easy steps. If you've never done this before, sometimes you hear people say a lot of things and you're not sure who or why or if you can remember them or not. We're just going to do 3 simple things. Take your right hand and without touching your spine, go ahead and trace all the way up to the top of your head and touch the Sahaja. And do that 3 times to fix your attention up there. And if you need another time or 2, just do it. Hands on your lap. Take your left hand, put it on your liver, which is the 3rd chakra right under the rib cage. And here, I'm going to say it, but you have to request it from your heart to the Mother Kundalini that's inside of us. Mother, please come into my attention. Please come in to my attention. Right hand on the left heart. I will say it. You have to request it from your heart. Mother, please come into my heart. Mother, please come in to my heart. Right hand on the forehead. I will say, you request it from your heart. Mother, please come in to my head. Mother, please come into my head. Put your hands down and just surrender to meditation. We can bring our hands together, do a little bow of gratitude. Thank you, Mother Kundalini, for coming into our meditation, for giving us vibrations, for teaching us about our subtle system and helping us to become our own teachers, our own students, to learn how to work on ourselves and clear ourselves out so that we can become better aligned. We can raise our Kundalini, put a bandhan on. So that was our meditation. Just a couple little one-liners here, and we'll close out for the evening. So one little administrative fact. If you're going to do a hand soak, I have a separate little thing that I use as opposed to doing the same one with my feet. If you've got it, that's great. Hopefully you don't need to do a hand soak because your back's going to be good. But should it ever, then you know you have an option there. The second thing, I mentioned these, the skip fingers. The reason why I said that is again, if you're newer, I just want to encourage you to work on yourself. So I can only remember my early days, and I was like, I don't know, like a pinball machine. Bing, 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 bing. Like all of these things were going off one right after the other. I tracked them and I worked on each one of them. Even when I wasn't meditating, sometimes I would feel something and I would work on it. And I just encourage you to, because maybe your vibrations are already good, but they can always get better. And you will have some incredible meditations. You will have some incredible moments of vibratory awareness where you just feel things in your hands that no one else knows you're feeling, only you. And it's between you and the divine. And I want that for everybody. It's not every day, it's not every meditation. It's just happens when it happens spontaneously. And it's a great, great feeling. And that is why I do Sahaja Yoga and have done it for quite a while. So if anybody has any comments or questions, I'm happy to entertain them. If not, I think we were told we should be winding down about now. So I will say thank you. I'll stay on the line. But if y'all want to leave, that's fine. I'm going to wish you a good night, good evening, wherever you are. So thank you again. Jai Shri Maharaji.